Alright, I've got my Raw review uploading as we speak, and I figured I'd go ahead and do a quick Q&A video. I got some questions from a couple people here. One of them was posted on the TNA Live Thoughts uh, video, and the other one was just a message sent to me from the Phenom 8809. So I wanted to get those real quick. I've got my watch set here to where I can keep track of time. Depending on how long this is, I may make it into a two-part video, Q&A and thoughts video, so we'll just have to wait and see. But let's get straight to your questions. The first one comes from Chunayaniu. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's spelled Chuyneiu. Posted about a week ago. Comment was posted about a week ago. The question reads, "Hey KH, have you ever been to a WWE show? If yes, which promotion brings a better quality and excitement? In other words, which one would you recommend?" Now, the thing here is, I've been to both WWE show and this was my first TNA show. Mainly the WWE shows that I've been to have been TV tapings and pay-per-views or live events. So it didn't. Some of the matches in the WWE show didn't really focus a lot on the wrestling. It focused more on the storylines. Now, if it was a WWE house show, I'd probably focus more on the wrestling, a little bit on the storylines. Because that's what the TNA show did. They didn't really focus a lot on storylines, but they had matches between people that were in storylines with each other, if you want to put it that way. Mainly with Jeff Jarrett and Team 3D versus Beer Money and Booker T. You know, so as far as the quality of and excitement of the show, I think the TNA show was a lot more exciting. Of course, with WWE shows and the TV shows that they do, the live shows and the tapings that they do, you have the potential to have surprise appearances. You have the potential to have, you know, little swerves in the show that you wouldn't expect that would go along with the storyline. So it's kind of hard to really say which one has better quality and excitement because it's all a matter of what you personally find exciting and if good. Me personally, I like the the actual wrestling aspect of it. And if the storyline is good, hey, throw a little bit of that in there if it's a house show. The last WWE show that I was at, if I'm not mistaken, was in Dayton. Let me check my wrestling folder pictures here real quick, and I can tell you. It was in 2007, Raw, from April 2nd, 2007. I do believe this was Dayton when this happened. So that was my last WWE live event. And I believe it was a Raw. I think what it was after WrestleMania. Bobby Lashley and was still with WWE and all that. So it's been a while since I've been to a WWE show. It's been a while since I've been to a wrestling show, period. To answer your question, I really can't say which promotion brings better quality and excitement because they both have have their own style. So I mean, yeah. So it's all a matter of what you think is good quality and exciting to you. Some things that go on they're going on Raw right now and on TNA aren't too exciting to me. But the TNA live show was good because it had some great wrestling in it. So that's what I kind of look for in a show is the great wrestling. So thank you for your question. Spent about 5 minutes on that question alone. The next one is from the Phenom 8809, and he says his question is: do you think that if the old style 1990 Undertaker debuted in today's WWE, he would become what he is now, or would people just say he was slow and shouldn't be wrestling? Um, the thing when Undertaker debuted, he was an interesting character all in himself. Um, the he's kind of different from today's Undertaker with some of the same wrestling moves. Um, would he be over with the fans today? It's hard to say because considering the way personalities change and what people like. Right now, the hottest thing going, and I hate to admit it, with some people, mainly a lot of the fans in WWE, especially the younger people, which is who they're geared toward, is John Cena, and he's kind of got this, um, I don't want to necessarily say like rapper because he's not really got that anymore, but it's more, um, I guess, like a hero character, and that was something the 1990 Undertaker didn't have, was that hero character. Um, so I don't know if he would be as popular today with today's crowd or not, because of the fact that back then they were more gearing their characters towards some sort of um, character image, like you had Undertaker, you had Macho Man, you had Ultimate Warrior, you had different people like that, different kind of gimmicks like that. I think the Red Rooster was still wrestling then. Kamala, I mean different sort of characters like that, and John Cena's not really um, that sort of character, I guess you could say. He's more of a real life, realistic character, and not so much a fantasy type character. So, as much as I hate to say it, Undertaker, mainly the Undertaker fans today, are are the old school fans who have kind of grown up and watched him. Like me, that I've watched him pretty much his entire WWF WWE career. So um, I really don't think that 1990s Undertaker would be as popular today because of the type of character he has. As far as his wrestling, um, he's getting up there in years. His body, it's taking its toll on his body. He's not able to do as much as he used to. Before he would do a suicide dive over the top rope and all this sort of stuff, a plancha, and I mean you know take some risk, but now it's more um, slow paced, which some fans might not be a fan of. So I don't know if that Undertaker would be as popular today as he was back then. So thank you for that question, Phenom. And some other things that are kind of on my mind was the pay-per-view name changes. Um, the two things that the two pay-per-views was Great American Bash being changed to just the Bash, and the other one was the One Night Stand pay-per-view now being called Extreme Rules. Um, I don't see why they would change the Great American Bash name unless it was mainly just to get away from the entire WCW image. And same thing with the ECW One Night Stand pay per view. Trying to get away from that image and that name or whatever, but I'm not too happy about it. And like I said in my Raw reviews, when I think Extreme Rules, I think ECW, and I think kendo sticks and basically what we see on the the SmackDown versus Raw game. So I mean, I'm not really too fond of the if you're going to change the name of the pay per view, change it back to maybe something that you originally had in that month time frame or whatever. So uh, yeah, that's that. Um, I am on Twitter, so if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'll post a link in the sidebar there in the description. And thank you all for your questions. If you have any other questions, do like Phenom the other YouTube subscriber, and just shoot me a message or leave it in the comments. I prefer it to be a personal message. That way I can, look at it from here instead of having to find it in the video. So, hope you guys are having a great day. You guys take it easy and peace out.